Hello, this is Teacher Deanna, and I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the Qkids software. So here is the platform, Qkids Teacher platform. Right now I'm in the schedule section. You can see the month at a glance, and those are the classes I taught yesterday. And I don't teach during the week, I only teach on the weekends. So you can see my upcoming classes on Friday and Saturday, and again on Sunday. So just to kind of show overview of the software. So let's go back into Friday. So you'll see the classes and the times. They actually have 5 time slots on Friday and Saturday evenings. Summer hours will begin June 24th to August 30th, and there will be evening hours 7 days a week, but currently just on Friday and Saturday. And so with each lesson, you'll see, okay, what level is it? What level is it? Level 1. Those are the beginners. It goes up to, I believe, level 12. I have only taught level 1s through 5. And you'll see a big difference between a level 1 versus a level 5. This introductory page just kind of talks about what is the content of this lesson and what are the objectives, what do they want you to teach the students. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and go into the classroom. And it's loading. They have a very interactive platform. It's amazing, very user-friendly, very intuitive. So I highly recommend it. So this is what you see when you enter any classroom. Hello, I am Teacher Deanna. That's very ESL. It's like now that I'm in the classroom, I can't not be teaching right now. So this is our good friend Momo Monkey. Hey Momo, can you do your thing? There you go. There's some candy. This is actually a new feature. The one thing I love about Qkids, they're always updating the software. This was added maybe a week or 2 ago. It was for Children's Day in China, and so fun little feature for Momo. So this is just the platform. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty user-friendly. You teach up to 4 children at a time. So right now there's no one registered for this class or no one signed up for it. So it's going to show vacant until children actually are registered. There's several functions. They have stickers, like smiley faces and things that you can add. You can draw. Hello. You can get rid of that. You can type. Welcome to class. So there's a lot of functionality there. There's a spotlight function if you need to spotlight things. So the tools are actually really useful. Once you know how to use the tools, as you're in class, you'll figure out how to use them for whatever need you have at the time. So the software itself, like I said, is pretty user-friendly. So let's what this class about. So as you can see, this lesson has 12. The last section is technically the reward section and the goodbye section. So you're really only doing content for 1 through 11. So this section, okay, so these are the main characters. This is Momo and this is Koala. So they're pretty funny. You kind of get to know the characters as you teach the classes more. Kobe is a hot mess express, and Momo always loves to express her disdain for him. So it's pretty kind of amusing from an adult viewpoint. So typically this introductory slide is just a summary, kind of to gauge, it's an assessment slide, so it's kind of to gauge what their level of English is. It's a lot of open-ended questions. What do you see? What color is this? What's back there? Do you have one of those? Things like that. Introductory level, just to get a high level view of what their what their level of English is, so you know how to teach them better. There's typically new vocabulary unless it's a review lesson. There's some lessons that are reviewing over a unit, so they don't really teach any vocabulary. It's more just going over it. So this is kind of a classroom lesson. Here's a game, okay. So you're hiding. You're going to select them. You make sure, hey, what is this? Markers. What is this? Pencils. Have the children identify it, select one to hide. They have probably about 30 different games. As you teach and become more familiar with the software, you learn how to operate them all. So even as the content of the class changes, you know how to work the game itself. So there's that. Okay, what is this one? Okay, can you find book? The children can click on it and then it shows the results. Okay, who got it right? That type of thing. Pretty simple. And then pretty much every lesson has an animation with our friends Kobe and Momo and all their other characters. These. They are desks. Again, like I said, Momo has a lot of disdain for Kobe. She's always playing him pretty much every class. So yeah, there's animation in every video in every class. What are these? They are chairs. They are chairs. Watch Momo play him yet again. Yes, that's that's very typical Momo and Kobe interaction right there. So again, here we have some. This is where basically they're repeating what they just heard. This little microphone prompt. Again, every lesson has different content, but I've seen this before where you see the little mic and it's basically prompting them to say what they say afterwards, after the microphone. They are desks. They are desks. So again, like I said, very user friendly. This is a game that I've seen in almost every class. But because I don't have any students, I can't really demonstrate it. But they click cards, and usually it has a question or something that they have to respond to. So it's teaching them to read, but also to respond to the question at hand in terms of their comprehension of the language. So I see that game a lot. Classification. This game I've seen more and more lately. They are, teaching them how to use these prepositional phrases. And I don't know, is that prepositional? That might not be the right phrase I want to use. Clearly, my English grammar may not be up to par in that regard. Okay, so here they have some animation practice. Okay, so again, like I said, the software itself is very user-friendly. You can say, okay, children, what's this? Use the spotlight tool. You can use markers. Hey, what's this? In that regard. Something else they also have is the reward system. So up here you can see this little diamond. That's how you reward the students. Typically for my classes, they average anywhere from 60 to 100 diamonds per class. I mean, you're clicking on that thing constantly. It's to encourage participation, to, if they do get a question correctly, to reward them for that. But it's basically just kind of keep them engaged. It's an engagement feature, and they want them to have lots of diamonds at the end of class, the company. When I first started teaching, my trainer did tell me, she's like, hey, Deanna, it'd be good if they have, at least like 50. So that's what they want. But you want to use it in a way that you're not just like constantly clicking on the diamonds. You want it to be a reward for either participation, for correct answers, things of that nature. So exit ticket, as long as it's not a review lesson, there's always kind of a quiz at the end. So there's vocabulary. I can't click on it because I don't have any. Well, I can. So you basically are verbalizing the answer as you select it. There you have, okay, the speaking test. I don't have any children. Typically the children's names would be here. You'd click their name and their speaking test would come up. And so then summary page, this is for every class. The summary page and the first page are identical. So you're basically kind of reiterating the content that we discussed during the class. Each class is 30 minutes long. So you have to provide at least 28 minutes of content before you go to the last screen, which is the wrap-up section. So this is the leaderboard. That's where they get to see all their diamonds and how they did compared to everyone else in the class. You put them on stage. I'll do it with myself so you can see it. Hi, teacher. You put them on stage, and then what sticker would you like? And then she's like, I like Momo. So you give her a sticker. Or, I want a rainbow. So you give her a rainbow. Fun like that. So you cannot enter this last slide until 28 minutes. You have to have at least 28 minutes of content before you can enter the slide. There's some classes where I go over. I may teach for 35 minutes if I don't have a class after, or if it's just we're having a good time or whatever reason. But they do want you to kind of stay within like that 30-minute time frame, but they're flexible. Like it's better to go over than under in that regard. So that's just a high level overview of the system. Like it's very user friendly. That's the actual classroom. So we're going to exit the classroom. There's a billing center where you see your balance. This number is not actually correct for the month of June. I just got paid for last month, and sometimes it takes almost the end of the month before your pay from last month is taken out of here. So I'm actually closer to like $200 for the month of June so far, which isn't too bad. We're 2 weekends into June essentially. So for 2 weekends of work, I'm at about $200. So you can see the breakdown per lesson. If you got your performance bonus, if you got your attendance bonus. To get the attendance bonus, you have to teach a minimum of 15 classes a week. I currently don't. I only teach at maximum 12. But if you get that, so if you see this little thumbs up, that means you got 4 and 5 ratings. These tags are feedback from the parents. Some you see, some classes they provide it, some classes they don't. So yeah, that's where they deposited your payments. Here is the training section. So here's where you'll see a lot of when you're a new teacher or you're going through the hiring process, they'll give you all these resources to go through to teach you how to teach. So like this is why I say Qkids is amazing for new teachers, because they don't just teach you the platform, they also teach you ESL basics. So where was that one? Preparation for classes. Yes, so they want to make sure that you know how to teach the kids accurately, so they're awesome. They have a referral center, so you can find that, and then the notify, that's just kind of, this is the chat that you may have with your with teacher support during classes if you have to send any messages. I had some vacant classes this week. You do get paid for vacant classes. You just have to wait 10 minutes, but I always inform them, just that's how I operate. So that's, like I said, a high-level overview of the software. I hope this was helpful. I will put my referral link and more information below. Feel free to contact me with any questions. Thank you.